It was far from pretty. It was far from what they were thinking, and it was definitely not their best performance. But Florida State's an undefeated Power 5 conference champion. I don't know how you lead them out of the college football playoff. Let's talk about it. If you are new here, welcome on into the channel. My name is Cole Thompson. I'm a radio show host based in Houston, and I talk college football daily. So if this is the type of content you enjoy, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment telling me your thoughts on Florida State's 16-6 win over Louisville in the ACC championship game. Tell your friends, your family, your sister, your brother, your mortal enemies, best of bros, your workout buddy, literally your entire church congregation about this channel. We're on the race to 1,000. Then 5,000, then 10,000, then 100,000. Fellas, ladies, we are going to get there. So make sure you join the party now. Tell everybody about this channel. And as always, let's continue to talk college football. By the way, if you want to give me a follow on Twitter, it's at Mr. Cole Thompson. It's the exact same as my YouTube handle. So when you hit subscribe on one, go on over to the Elon Musk app and hit follow on the other. Thanks in advance. Florida State won a football game yesterday. Was it pretty? Absolutely not. Was it almost unwatchable when the offense took the field? Yeah, a little bit. But I want to go back to a few videos ago. We talked about Florida State and what they had to do to stay in the running for a college football playoff spot after Jordan Travis went down. And I told you, this comes down to one main thing. Mike Norvell sitting inside that locker room and telling his team, everyone else has to step up. Everybody else has to do their job. If you were an offensive lineman, you're blocking 3 times as hard for Tate Rudemaker. And now that he's out, you 100% are blocking even more so for a guy like Brock Glenn. The running game, you have got to be able to utilize your legs, pick up the sticks, and keep momentum at an all-time high. Receivers, if we can't throw it to you, you best be blocking your happy ass downfield. Alex Atkins, you get this offense as clean and pristine and polished as possible. We are going to run exactly what fits to our offensive metrics. We are not going to try to overdo this. Let's simplify it as much as possible and get a win. And defense, by golly, you are basically, remember the Titans, blitz all night. You don't want to see them gain another yard. And they did it against Florida. Florida was close. And they did against Louisville. The reason why I am giving Florida State some bit of credit, and I want to give Florida State fans real fast a bit of a notion. I am in agreement with you. You did your job during the regular season. You found a way to fight through adversity. Probably the worst tragedy that could ever occur to a team late in the season. Losing its starting quarterback, a quarterback that had earned the right, and more importantly, earned the respect of the fan base after people wanted him benched, people wanted him gone. They wanted to switch. He earned that right, and you lose him. And you still found a way to win. To me, that's the ultimate test of what a great team is. To me, that's an ultimate test of what makes a great program. And that's what Mike Norvell has. But the reason why I give you a pass, I say you belong in the college football playoff, is because your defense did its job. Your defense last night was about as kindly polished, was about as physical, as dominant, as well-worked as possible. You look at Jack Plummer. This is a guy that's been averaging over 275 yards a game. You held him to 111. Jawar Jordan, Isaiah Garanado, 2 exceptional running backs that have been able to utilize picking up sticks and finding open lanes to put up points. You held them to an average of 3.6 yards per play. You took away Jamari Thrash. They were terrible on third down, 3 of 18, 0 for 3 on fourth down efficiencies. They got 10 first downs. This was a performance to where you sit back and you say, hey, why are we putting Florida State in the playoff? Because their defense did exactly what was asked of them. Now comes this question. Why do you leave them out? Because they're not a pretty team? Because they're going to get erupted by Michigan or Washington or maybe even Texas that they play in the playoff? Potentially. But do me a favor. Say that you and your buddies were going to go on a field trip and then you find out that one of your friends is sick and he can't go anymore. Does that mean the field trip's canceled? Does that mean that you can't go to the amusement park? You can't ride the rides because of, oh, Timmy can't go anymore? No. You still have everything ahead of you. You paid your dues. You paid for the bus fare. You paid for your lunch. You put in the effort. You took time out of your day. You deserve to go. And that's Florida State's argument. What did they not do? They didn't lose a game. They found a way to play with Tate Rudemaker in a rivalry matchup on the road, and they utilized the rushing attack of Trey Benson to keep momentum at an all-time high. What'd they do in Charlotte? They trusted Lawrence Safili to go ahead and utilize his legs, and he was the reason why you won. 118 yards, 11.8 yards per play. Big run down the sideline. You get in the end zone. That was the difference in this game. Everybody has stepped up. And this is a testament to Mike Norvell, who just a few years ago was told by boosters and fans, we don't think you're the right guy. Well, Willie Taggart wasn't the right guy. Jimbo Fisher, he needed to get out of here. You? Yeah, we're just waiting for the next version of you to show up. And last year, he took your team to 10 wins, and he built on that, and he utilized the transfer portal in his favor. And he said, you know what? I'm swinging. I'm swinging big this year because if I know that this is our time. Florida State deserves to be back in a prominent light, and Florida State deserves its right to fight for a national championship. And now you're going to say because of quarterback play was insufficient with a freshman in his first real game, not good enough? I politely disagree. I do. I'm not a fan of Florida State being in the playoff based off that version of the offense last night. And you can read my tweets. You can go call me out and say, you said that Florida State doesn't belong and that everyone was rooting for Louisville. Probably. But that's the best part. Everyone was rooting against Florida State because they didn't want to see that version take the field. And they still did their job, and they laughed in the face of adversity, and they told all of us, screw you. We're going to do this on our own. That's a reason why you put them in the playoff. Now, if Tate Rodemaker is healthy, that also bolsters your opportunity to say, well, the second team quarterback and the guy that's been in our system for years is going to play in this bowl game. We may not have Jordan Travis, but we still have Trey Benson. We still have Johnny Wilson. Still have Jakeem Bell and Keon Coleman and Tafili, and we still have an exceptional defense. A defense that last night held a team that is averaging 33 points per game in the same conference as you to 6 points, 2 field goals, 10 first downs. That's your argument. We have the quarterback. We just don't have Jordan Travis. Florida State is more than a team of just Jordan Travises. They fight like they're Jordan Travis, and they play for Jordan Travis, but they are a team that is more than Jordan Travis. That's the difference. You give credit where credit's due, and Florida State did its job. They belong in the college football playoff. Do I like it? No. Do I think that there are better teams out there? Yes. Do I think that if you were to put Florida State in an 8-team playoff against Oregon and and Washington and Ohio State and Alabama and Georgia, they would lose by 10 points? Probably, even with Tate Rodemaker. But you can't leave out an undefeated Power 5 conference champion when at least one thing stands out. That defense brought them to the college football playoff. And if they don't appear on the ballot on Sunday morning, ballot's kind of flawed, isn't it? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video. Don't hit the X button yet. Make sure you hit subscribe to keep up with all of our daily content found on Just Saying It and anything else that we post on this channel. Bye.